Hey, Rach.
Yes?
What are those shoes?
Dogs out at LAX.
What happened to Rachel Zegler? One day, she's Disney's shining star, headlining their massive Snow White remake. The next, she's vanished. Gone silent, no posts, no sightings, just rumors of a last-minute flight to Dubai. Disney's fairy tale turned into a $250 million nightmare, and now everyone's asking, is Zegler dodging the fallout, or is something bigger brewing? This isn't just a flop, it's a Hollywood meltdown that's got the internet buzzing and execs scrambling. Let's unpack how it all went so wrong.
What would you say to those who are just kind of overly critiquing the film at this point? You've worked so hard on it.
I'm going to get on across. Hold on. Here. Yeah, hold on.
All right. Congrats, Rachel.
Disney had big dreams for Snow White, a live-action remake of their 1937 classic packed with new songs, a star-studded cast, and a modern twist. They poured in $270 million, banking on nostalgia to fill theaters. But when the film hit screens on March 21st, 2025, it crashed hard. Opening weekend brought in just $43 million globally, peanuts compared to the hype. Weeks later, it's limping at $184.9 million, nowhere near breaking even. Critics slapped it with a 40% Rotten Tomatoes score, and IMDb's at a brutal 1.6 out of 10. Fans didn't just dislike it, they felt betrayed. So what sparked this disaster? It started way before the cameras rolled. Casting Rachel Zegler, a Latina actress of Colombian descent, as Snow White set off a firestorm. The character, historically pale and Caucasian, became a lightning rod for critics who accused Disney of woke casting. Social media erupted with racist backlash, echoing the hate Halle Bailey faced for The Little Mermaid. Zegler clapped back, defending her role and calling out the bigotry, but the debate didn't stop there. It grew louder, splitting fans and turning the film into a culture war battleground. And that was just the beginning of the trouble. Zegler didn't help herself during the press tour. She called the original 1937 Snow White outdated and weird, slamming its focus on romance. The prince, she labeled him a stalker. To her, the new Snow White was about leadership, not love. Fans of the classic felt slapped in the face. Disney's first ever animated feature, a cultural treasure, was being trashed by its own star. Comments like these didn't just annoy viewers, they sparked a wave of boycott Disney posts online. Critics argued Zegler misunderstood the story's charm, and the backlash kept growing. But her words weren't the only thing stirring up chaos. Then came the political bombshell. Zegler posted a pro-Palestine message on social media, a move that clashed hard with her co-star Gal Gadot, an Israeli-born former IDF soldier who's vocal about her support for Israel. The timing couldn't have been worse. Zegler's post dropped right after the first Snow White trailer. Disney reportedly freaked out, with insiders saying execs begged her to delete it. She didn't. Meanwhile, Gadot faced death threats, forcing Disney to hire security. The film got caught in a geopolitical mess, with boycott calls from groups in Jordan, Kuwait, and beyond. Behind the scenes, Zegler and Gadot barely spoke, and their tension was obvious at premieres. Disney was stuck in a PR nightmare, and the film hadn't even opened yet. The movie itself didn't do any favors. Disney's decision to use CGI for the Seven Dwarfs drew heat from all sides. Actor Peter Dinklage, an advocate for dwarfism, called it a backwards move, pointing out the hypocrisy of diverse casting for Snow White, but not for the dwarfs. Fans hated the digital characters, calling them creepy and soulless. The story's feminist spin, making Snow White a leader plotting to overthrow the evil queen, felt forced to many. Instead of charming audiences, it alienated them. The changes were meant to modernize the tale, but they left viewers feeling like Disney had lost the plot. And then, something unexpected stole the spotlight. While Snow White was tanking, a movie about pixelated blocks, yep, Minecraft, came out of nowhere and dominated. Critics trashed it, giving it a 40% rating, but fans didn't care. With Jack Black's infectious energy and a vibe that stayed true to the game, Minecraft raked in a jaw-dropping $300 million on its opening weekend. Theaters were packed, kids were screaming, and some showings felt like rock concerts. Meanwhile, Snow White was struggling to hit $77 million after weeks. Disney's massive marketing machine couldn't compete with a blocky video game flick that had heart and fun. The contrast was brutal, and it made Disney's missteps look even worse. But the real shock was still to come. Right after the box office numbers rolled in, Rachel Zegler disappeared. No interviews, no red carpets, just silence. Rumors swirled she'd hopped a last-minute flight to Dubai, and her social media went dark. Deleted posts, a cleared schedule, internet sleuths were on it, tracking jets and digging for clues. Her team claimed she was taking a break, but nobody's buying that. Word is Disney held an emergency meeting to figure out if Zegler's behavior, those comments, the political posts, broke her contract. Insiders say the studio's livid, with talks of clawing back bonuses or even hitting her with a payout demand. Some claim Disney's staring down a $250 million loss, and they want someone to blame. Zegler's sudden exit has everyone side-eyeing the situation. Is she dodging bad press, or is legal trouble brewing? Disney's in full meltdown mode now. Execs are pointing fingers and the marketing team's a mess. Reports say they've shelved plans for a Tangled remake spooked by Snow White's failure. The studio thought nostalgia would carry them, but trashing a beloved classic and ignoring fan warnings backfired hard. A leaked clip didn't help. Zegler's off-script comments during a behind-the-scenes interview went viral, with fans calling them tone-deaf. The internet's tearing her apart, comparing her apology to robotic PR disasters of the past. It felt stiff, polished, and fake, only fueling the outrage. Disney's even pulling the film from some markets, with distributors backing out and budgets getting slashed. This was supposed to be a sure thing, but it's a textbook disaster. Zegler's career is hanging by a thread. Once hailed as Disney's next big star, she's now a cautionary tale. Brand deals are vanishing, sponsors are bailing, and her team's in chaos. Some advisors want her to do a tearful interview. Others say she should stay hidden, maybe pivot to Broadway or indie films. The internet doesn't forget though, and the memes, reaction videos, and deep dives keep coming. Hollywood's watching closely. If someone this big can fall this fast, anyone can. A leaked clip of her tone-deaf comments just hit millions of views, and fans are furious Disney let it slip. Her apology, it's being ripped apart line by line, and the drama's only getting louder. So, where does Rachel Zegler go from here? Can she bounce back from a flop this massive, or is this the kind of crash that ends a career? Disney's fairy tale turned into a cautionary tale, and Zegler's silence speaks louder than any PR statement. One thing's clear: while Minecraft's breaking records and bringing families together, Snow White's left a trail of chaos, betrayal, and unanswered questions. What do you think? Can Zegler make a comeback, or is this the end of her Hollywood story? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the next chapter of this wild saga. Trust me, you won't want to miss what happens next.